What's up? Alrighty. It is now 5:30, I think. Yep, 5:30. Time to get the bleep out of here. Because it's time to go. That's right. Shiz. But, beep. Okay. Oh, what a long day. Oh. Usually the days here aren't that long, but today was kind of long. It's the same 8 hours, right? But it just felt like it was a long day. But I'm on my way to go home. I'm going to go home. Good night, sweetheart. Yeah, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Yeah, it's time to go home. You best believe that I'm ready to go. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Whew. Woo! Woo! The worst part of the day is waiting at this light. Oh yeah, big announcement today. Nokia, really big announcement today. Nokia and Microsoft did a combined press conference. That's because Nokia is supposedly the flagship manufacturer for Microsoft when it comes to Windows Phone 8. And really good stuff. I'm very impressed with almost everything that Windows Phone 8 has to offer. I haven't really had the time to look at all the videos. There isn't a video that I've seen yet that has the whole coverage. I wasn't able to watch it live. I was at work. But at some point tonight, hopefully somebody would upload the entire press conference so I can watch it straight through, uncut. Because right now I'm only getting bits and pieces. I see the Windows Phone manager, whatever his name, Bugle or something like that. I see the CEO and a few of his Nokia staff members talking about it, but it's like bits and pieces, it cuts off. I mean, it's not the whole entire thing. So I want to see the whole thing. Hopefully sometime tonight someone will upload the entire press conference so I can check it out uncut, unedited, and get the full story. And maybe I can read some reviews about it as well for people who were able to hold on to the Windows Phone 8 and play with it for a while at the press conference. Next week is iPhone. iPhone 5 is going to be announced. That's already been confirmed. Apple has confirmed that iPhone 5 is going to be released. They've already had a press conference about the iOS 6 that's coming out soon. That's already been announced. They did a press conference already. People already know what iOS 6 can do as far as how it's going to operate on iPhone 3GS and iPhone 4, but nobody knows about the hardware features of iPhone 5. And that's coming next week, I mean. And I'm definitely going to cover that as well. As you know, I'm not an Apple fan directly, but I am interested in seeing what they can do because Apple is a great company. They do come up with some great technology, and I do believe that they're going to come out with something that's going to be a great contender for Windows Phone 7 or 8. I mean, Windows Phone 8, the Kia version, is out of this world. It is, based off what I've seen so far. It is fabulous. I'm like dying to get one. And it may put a nice little dent into the mobile phone market. It may not. Who knows? We already know BlackBerry RIM is not doing so well. They used to be on top of the world. They used to be the kings of the universe when it comes to mobile phones. But at this time, they're not. Android and Apple has that now, an iPhone. But we're going to see what iPhone's going to have. There's a problem, though. The problem is that the lawsuit against Samsung may have hurt Apple a little bit. That's because Samsung, which is the largest selling Android platform out there, and Apple is getting on Samsung about a lot of patents that they broke and that they're not paying for, and Apple won. What may happen is that Samsung may reduce a lot of their Android manufacturing and start producing more into Windows Phone manufacturing. If that happens, then Samsung is going to also, along with Nokia, they're going to also produce more phones. And already this Monday, or this past Tuesday, they announced a new phone. It's a really small phone. It's really cute. And for someone who's not into really big phones, phones that are the size of luggages, they want a small little tiny phone. Samsung produced a really powerful miniature phone. I mean, and it's not that big, and that's one of their lineups. I'm going to have pictures and descriptions of some of these phones in the description below. This is not an iLog, so this particular vlog won't be uploaded for like 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days. But when iPhone 5 gets announced, I definitely want to be there for that. I may not be able to watch it live, but I definitely want to watch it when I can, like that night or something, and get the gist of what's happening with the next iPhone release. My predictions is that whenever you go to a Microsoft, I've never been to a Microsoft conference, but whenever I watch it online, the people are like, oh, great, yeah, okay. Oh, that's awesome, yeah, that's new. But Apple, they have fans cheering who go freaking nuts over anything Apple announces. They got the fans. And whenever Apple announces a new feature, even if it's a feature that's not totally brand new, it could be a feature that's available on other phones, people are like jumping out of their seats, standing ovations, especially when Steve Jobs did his announcements. People will jump out of their seats for any type of Apple announcement about some new technology. Okay? When the iPhone is released, even if I never buy one, okay, I'm telling you, iPhone can have the most miraculous technology out there. I will never buy one. I'm just not an Apple user. I don't have anything Apple at home. There isn't not one app that's available on iPhone that will make me want to get an iPhone, because I already know that iPhone does not work directly with Exchange as easily as a Windows Phone can. My Android doesn't work with Exchange like a Windows Phone can. So, and since most of my communications, all of my products are Microsoft, most likely I will get a Windows Phone. Or sorry. Very nice. But I'm very happy about what Nokia put out. It looks like it's great phones. I think it's going to do really well. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest. I hope it does better than any other phone out there. But we still need competition. So I don't want the Windows Phone 8 to put everybody out of business. And I know that's not going to happen, but I don't want that to happen because Microsoft got a kick in the ass. They did. Microsoft got a kick in the ass when iPhone came out, and then when Android came out and took over the mobile phone market. All of a sudden, Microsoft's trying to catch up. I like the fact that Apple and Google is putting out products that is scaring Microsoft into doing the same thing, to come out with better products. If it isn't for competition, Google, Apple, or Microsoft would not produce better. They would just stick with the same old crap. I don't want these companies to stick with the same old crap. I want them to do better. I want them to improve. I want them to make better products. I want iPhone 5 to be the bomb. I want iPhone 5 to be like, oh, god damn, what the hell is that? Wow. I want Android 4.0, the next iteration of Android, to be like, whoa. Okay? Like the Nexus 7 is a big whoa. For a tiny little tablet, it is pretty freaking nice. I played on it. I actually want one. I actually want a Nexus 7. I want Windows Phone 8 to be like, whoa. I want Windows Phone 9 to be like, oh, shoot. You know, because if it wasn't for the three major companies producing really good products, none of these companies will try to do better. They'll just really keep releasing the same old crap. And I don't want that. I want them to improve. I want Google to come up with something better, so that Microsoft will come up with something better, so that Apple will come up with something better, so that Google will try to beat that, so that Microsoft will try to beat that, and then so on and so on. That's the only way we'll have growth, is if all these companies compete with each other. I don't want any of them to go out of business. My predictions, again, is that Windows Phone is not still going to be the leading phone in the market. But I do believe that the Windows Phone 8 is going to put a nice little dent. It's going to push the big numbers, like whereas, I don't know the exact numbers right now, but let's say Android is 55% of the market, iPhone is 45% of the market. Okay, better numbers than that. Let's say Android is 50% of the market, iPhone is 45% of the market. I'm not including BlackBerry, but because I know BlackBerry still has a large percentage of people who still have BlackBerry devices in the market. But and let's say Windows Phone is at 5%. Okay, I know that's not realistic because it's really at 3%. But let's say 5%. Easy numbers, 45, 55. What I believe is that iPhone and Android is going to lose that percentage. But Windows Phone won't increase all the way up. My predictions is that that's going to take a couple of years. One reason is that even if a person has an iPhone right now, but they're already on a 2-year contract, they're not going to upgrade. They're not going to spend $500 on a new phone. They're going to wait until their contract is up. So maybe next year or 2 years from now, Windows Phone 9 will come out, and then Windows Phone 9 may put a bigger dent in the market. But here's the problem, though. The problem is Microsoft needs to come up with some better marketing. They really do. Their marketing department needs to get a kick in the butt, because right now I haven't really seen any commercials. I don't have TVs, so if there are any TV commercials, okay, I apologize. I don't have that information, but I do have Hulu, and it does have commercials. I haven't seen any commercials about Windows Phone 8, getting us excited about the new phone. And actually, I haven't really seen any Apple commercials either. But I'm sure they're going to come out with it soon. I'm very sure of that. But, yeah, the commercials aren't exciting. Okay, Geico is a great marketing. They have a great staff of marketing people. They come up with some really funny commercials, like the Panther, using a Panther as a security system, or a guy hiring a bunch of schoolgirls to make them not eat bad food so he can lose weight. You know, those are funny. Oh, that's totally gross. You know, those are funny, catchy commercials. It makes me want to go get Geico so I can save some money. Okay? And so, good marketing on Geico's part. The Internet Explorer commercials, I like the music. The music is tight, okay? You know, it has that dubstep type of sound, and dubstep is what's in right now. I noticed that Microsoft is using dubstep a lot lately on a lot of their promotional materials. Dubstep is in. I don't see Apple using dubstep because Microsoft is already using dubstep, so I think Apple needs to come up with something different. But Apple is doing fine on their own. Apple, you know, they can release a few commercials, and people are just going to jump to the Apple Store and wait in line for 24 hours just to get their hands on the first iPhone, just like I will on the Microsoft Surface. I hope Microsoft, please release Microsoft Surface October 26th. Please, I already got the day off. Damn it. If you don't, I'll be so disappointed. And I hope it sells for under $300. I really do. If it sells for under $300, I'm buying one. If it doesn't, well, I'm still gonna go to the Microsoft store and take a look at it. Because I have to see it in person. I have to see it. I have to see what it looks like in person, and you know, we'll see. Oh, rush hour. Gotta love it. I woke up late this morning. I am definitely catching the train tomorrow. Because I just can't deal with this crap. This is bull crap. This is bull sHiZ, okay? Bull sHiZ. Oh. Cigarette. I mean, the signal light is about 1,000 feet in front of me. And then in front of that, there's another line of traffic to the next signal light, which is about 2,000 feet in front of it. So this traffic here, I'm going to be in this traffic for a little bit. And it's almost 6 o'clock. It's like 5:50 probably. It's about 5:50. At some point, this camera's going to turn off. Oh well. thought I could save a little gas and turn off the air conditioning, but it's getting hot in here now. Ridiculous. I'm still stuck in traffic. I gotta remember, Thursdays are the worst days for traffic. Yeah. I don't want to do it tomorrow. I gotta take the train tomorrow. I gotta remember to get up early and just do it. Just get up and do it. This is ridiculous. And, you know, I would have made it to work on time. I got to work at 9:15. 15 minutes late. I would have made it to work on time if it wasn't for the traffic. Traffic was horrendous this morning. It was just stupid. September 5th. Man, I'm really excited about the announcements. I can't wait to watch the whole entire thing from beginning to the end tonight, so I can do an iLog about it, because I was trying to do it at work. Even if I just had the window minimized, I was going to listen to the YouTube video so I can just hear it. And then I would have iLogged at work, but I still want to watch the whole thing because I want to get the full gist, because I've already seen the Windows Phone 8 announcement that happened in June, I think. It was in June. It was like the week after the Surface was introduced. So I'm looking forward to what the next with Nokia is going to be like. I want to see, because I've only seen like 4-minute, 5-minute videos, and people are uploading these videos a little at a time. I guess if the presentation was over 90 minutes long, it's probably taking a very long time for that video to upload to YouTube. So, you know, I can imagine that. You know, I mean, it takes a while, because when I do my vlogs, I upload my videos, and it takes a couple of hours sometimes. Depends on how long the vlog is. So it may take a little bit of time for that to upload. So I'm guessing tonight, sometime tonight, someone's going to have the entire thing on their channel. Of course, by the time you see this, the videos will already be out. But I will put the link to the Nokia announcement in the description below, whether you're on my page. If you're on my website, it'll be in the description below. If you're on YouTube, it'll be in the description below. But one thing I liked is that they kept the same body style. They kind of rounded the backside a little bit more. They, I guess they heard complaints about the camera part. The camera part is scratched up a little too easily, so they added another. I have to look at the video again, but I guess they did something to the camera face where it won't scratch as easily. The screen, you can use a key. You can use your keys to tap around on the screen, and it won't scratch because it's using glass. I guess it's the same glass that the iPhone 4 uses. I will still recommend getting some type of protected cover for it, because I don't trust even glass. You know, I guess glass, you can't really scratch glass. You can scratch plastic very easily, but glass is hard to scratch. But I still will recommend some type of plastic covering for it, and then I still recommend a case so that you don't damage your phone in case you drop it or something. I think I dropped this phone once or twice on an actual asphalt, once. Now, you see me drop the phone many times in the car, but, you know, it's bouncing off of upholstery, and it's not really being banged up that much, but actually dropping it from a standing position onto asphalt, I only did that once, and that cover that I have on it does protect it. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is really darn ridiculous. Turn off the air conditioning just a little bit. A little hot in here. Close the sunroof. Oh, get more light. Alright, I finally made it to the center light that I took. Well, I think this is the second one. But I haven't really been paying attention. Sitting here in traffic. Itching up. Maybe like 100 feet every few minutes. Once we get past this light, the traffic kind of eases up a little bit until we get to the freeway, which is the 138, I think, here in Austin, Texas. I'm on the 360 right now, which is the Capitol Highway, something like that. Highway of the Capitol or something like that. And it's not really a full 360, it's like a 180 actually, but they call it what they want to call it. They call it 360. God, we need more rail lines here. I swear, we need some more rail. Austin needs it. That, you know, funding is the only reason why we don't have more rail in a lot of cities. The BART and the MTA in New York, excellent rail systems. MARTA in Atlanta, Georgia, it's pretty darn good. It's pretty good. You know, they only have one line going north and south with a couple of branches, and then they have one east-west line. On the east end, they have like a branch that goes off a little bit. But yeah, it's a pretty good rail system. It's not the best in the world. The Metro DC, the one in Washington DC, is pretty darn good. I heard it breaks down a lot though. There's always something going wrong with it. But that's what I heard. I haven't rode it yet, but from what I see on videos and in the maps that I've seen of DC rail, it's pretty darn good. MTA in Los Angeles, they're really trying their best to build something really nice there. It should have been done years ago. They should have kept the trolleys that ran on it before, and they could have updated the trolley system in LA instead of having to build brand new lines. It would have been cheaper to upgrade than to build brand new ones. Oh well. That's what happens when GM decided to take over the city. Freaking GM. Where you at now, huh? I know, General Motors still exists. It's like this car's probably a GM product. Who owns Chevy? Chevy is its own company or is it owned by GM? I'm not really sure about that. Oh, there's a couple of police action going on here. Is it an accident? I sure hope not. It looks like some type of accident. Oh, sucks when stuff like that happens. Especially if the accident's not your fault, it's someone else's fault. Because, you know, drunk driving is uncalled for. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. If you drink and drive, I don't care who you are. I don't care what the situation is. There's no reason for it. Drunk driving, nah. No. Nada. You're an idiot. Sorry. I've never done that before. Ever. If I drank a little bit, I don't even take a chance on it. I don't even chance it. If I had a sip of something. I'm serious. I don't chance it.